What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Roy, accompanied by the one, the only, the Dominican bad man, Sergio, aka the floor price guy, and we're Combat Sport Guys coming back to you with another UFC full card breakdown. This time in the form of UFC RIO Charlos. I try to combine his first and
Carlos,
last name.
Carlos Oliveira,
Charles
Mexican
Oliveira
Charlos.
taking on Mateus Gamrot in a 5-round lightweight main event. He was originally supposed to face Rafael Fiziev, but he pulled out with an injury. But before we get into this full card breakdown, let's talk about last week. UFC 320, Alex Pereira reclaiming the UFC light heavyweight championship. And I got to give you props, brother. A lot of people were on the side of Magomed Ankalaev. And, you know, being a big dog in a plus 240, you smack that money line, you hit it, and
To
we made some good
facilitate.
money. But that's not the only dog that we made money on. There were multiple dogs. We gave you Ramiz Brahimaj to pull it out on the money line. And then take it away, brother.
No, champ. Listen, it was a good night of fights, and I mean, look, Pereira at a plus 215. I'm sorry, brother, but we ain't doing all that. And I said it in the show last week that I think out of all the bettors, we had a very good week, a very good weekend. I was seeing other people lost a ton of money. All of a sudden, Ankalev is a piece of shit now for all these bettors.
Oh, what do you
No,
think?
bro.
Before you go into the other bets, what do you think about the news of him coming out with the rib injury and DC saying that he was hurt going into that fight? So do you think we see a trilogy in the future, maybe,
Pull
or
out.
no? You think
No,
it's done?
no, bro. Pull out next time, bro. Pull
Pull
out.
out.
Like, yeah, bro. You can't,
But
you
then the
can't.
whole argument is, Pereira was injured the first fight,
And that's what I was gonna say too.
and
Pereira was injured, and he didn't release clips or anything. He just said, "Hey, Chama." That's Chama. But the amount of shit, no Chama, like the Ali stuff made this, bro. But that's the thing. When Pereira got close, it was like, oh, like
it was
when
the
he,
Pereira. It was the Pereira that we knew to love, right? Like he came forward,
yeah,
he threw leg kicks, and he landed that overhand right and just finished him with those elbows to the
bro,
ribs.
that was majestic. And seeing all these betters crash out. Oh, Ankalev. Like I had a bet that Ankalev was going to take him down 3 times, but
Nice.
I had my big money line was Pereira because it's like an Ankalev shot and Pereira just that back, bro, and he
Yeah.
just clipped him in the
So that
rib.
that shot hurt him, right? The overhand right hurt him, and then he
Yeah,
shot for the takedown, and that's when the ground and pound came in. So fucking beautiful, man. But
that's
yeah,
my goal, bro. That's my goal. My goal
hey
is
man, you met him. You have the photo with him. You met him. So shout out to you,
yeah,
man. 3-time UFC champion
three
at
times.
37 years old.
Yeah, and
Crazy.
it's like, look, it was free money. Like it's just like, how do you get a champ? Because it's like O'Malley. Like I think if this felt like Sean O'Malley versus Marab,
Marab Dvalishvili. Yeah,
yeah. So then let's talk about Ramiz. I think
yeah,
Ramiz, bro, was gonna overtake Vanderhall. Um, I had money against Raheem in his last fight, but this one I got it right. Perfect. Daniel
yeah,
Cormier has given this guy praise.
yeah.
Very good. Live bet on Yana Santos. So heading into the fight, I'm looking at Macy Chiasen, and she missed weight, bro.
Yeah,
And
that was a
when a
dead giveaway that she was probably not gonna
yeah,
win.
yeah. So it was the odds didn't change, and at a plus 170, great. Of course, you were already on the third round, but
Hmm.
Yana, after the Misha Tate performance, Yana has showed good, like she's evolved as a fighter. So it's a very good in and out, and she played great. She did good, man.
Yeah,
Both of us banked on Shabazi and Muniz to get it done. Under
under.
1.5, that was mine. Yours was probably like a minus 200, minus 250. I was
I
like,
think it
or
was minus 180 or something like that. It was I
okay, minus
forget.
180. It's good. No, it's good. Like, we knew that this wasn't
Hmm.
gonna go. Like, it's just Muniz is not that guy,
It
unfortunately.
could have gone the other way. He could have got subbed or he could have got knocked out, right? So
100%,
that's why
100%.
that's why I did does not go the distance.
Yeah, well, and like there's a bunch of like I put a live bet on Joe Pfeiffer where he was supposed to finish the guy by KO, didn't get the
And
KO, got the sub.
Joe Pfeiffer did to Abus Magomedov what he should have done to Kevin Gastelum is get the submission, take him down, and look. Because remember, I had that sub prop against Kevin Gastelum, so because he
Yeah.
trains with Sean Brady, right? He's in that camp, and it was a good performance from him, man. He got
He just
out there in
wanted
the
to prove.
yeah.
Yeah, he just wanted
After
to
the
prove
first
better.
round, he went for broke, right? And then I think you were telling me that after that first round, you kind of knew he was going to go for the takedown and submit him second round. So it's good.
No, well, not some. No, I was banking on Pfeiffer knocking him out, which he could have,
Yeah.
but he decided not to because of the
Oh,
Sean Brady. He wants to showcase his jujitsu, and I'm like, that's
that's
fine, bro.
fine. That's fine.
That's fine. Pfeiffer Abuz does not go the distance. You bet. I think this one here, like, bro, it's getting very sad when Atiba Gutierrez fighting, and you look at the money line and it says 1,000, and you're like, I don't
What
want
I
to bet a
tell you,
thousand.
what I tell you. Remember last week we said, "What's this line gonna be?" I said, "I bet you it's gonna be minus 1,000 for a homeboy."
It
And
was minus 18,000, by the way, 18,000.
1,800, yeah, 1,800,
Sorry, 1,800. Apologies.
bro.
Um,
Real quick, the UFC needs to have some shame, man. They fed this young man Tristan. He looked like a lightweight, bro, against a no. He looked like a welterweight against a middleweight. Like, what are we
but
doing, man?
I was concerned because the guy started fucking around and
Bro,
dancing,
did you
and
see
then
that takedown attempt from a mile away? What are we doing?
yeah, well, bro, but it's just you don't want to like the you know what it is. The guy saved. Um, if it wasn't for that guy, Atiba Gutierrez doesn't fight, and
Yeah,
I think
of
that's
course.
like.
Yeah,
But
but there's
going
the
back,
level of competition was very, very telling in that fight.
it was insane. But going back into the betting
Yeah,
odds,
sorry about that.
like 1,800 for the money line, the KO is minus 1,000, and you're trying to get some level of value, and all of the first round KO TKO, and you're like, he's done it before, he's gonna do it again, especially in a 5 day notice. But the guy's just running, and I'm like, this is concerning because like he wasn't really going for the kill until the guy shot, and that's where
Yeah,
the elbows knocked him out. But it was like it was good, it was very good. I think these two, lastly, the live bets for Jiri. I also had, yeah. I mean, look, if you're going into that third round and you didn't see how Jir reacted at the end, like this, I should have got this at plus 800, bro, but I didn't. So,
that's one thing we talked about. We said if Khalil Roundtree's going to be the more technical striker. He's going to look to counter strike, right? He's going to look to catch Jiri on his entries, and he's going to have his most trouble when Jiri is pushing the pace, having him fight backwards, right? And that's exactly what he did in the third round, and he ultimately got the KO. Beautiful fight, man. Beautiful comeback win. I really like that fight.
it's
It
very
was
good.
everything I expected it to be.
Live bet this one, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
That was
I'm
easy
very,
money, bro.
I'm disappointed because I knew it was gonna be more, and I did because there was like 12 gets you like plus 400.
Mhm.
Uh, 15 got you like plus 1,000, and 16 was the max, and
Yeah.
he had 21 takedowns because it's what happened. He said, I'm gonna strike. So when Corey hit him, it's like, fuck this, I'm a wrestler now. Down.
And he almost had him out of there in was it the first round or the second round?
The second he
The
admitted it.
second round. Yeah, the second round, Marab hurt him, and for some reason, Mark Goddard didn't stop the fight. He just kept it going when he's known to stop fights a little early, right? So interesting.
And then here, like I talked about Ankalev, so I landed 1, 2, 3. I had a plus 210 that this might have been a possibility. It might have been the second round that I wouldn't have been sad, but then I wouldn't have reached my takedown goal, right?
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about this fight, this parlay. Soriano, but Abash or Shabbat all did good, but Mix. What a shit show, man. Like that Mix is, I don't know. I'm not upset at Mix, but Mix is not acting like the Bellator champion, bro.
I think Marab said in the in the post fight press conference that he was suffering from staph, I think. But it's all like, it's all
Yeah,
excuses. I don't know.
it's just
He's not looking like how we expected him to look coming into the UFC, right?
nah, bro. Those Bellator's guy, you gotta throw everything for them to lose. The only guy that's had success is Michael Chandler at this point.
Mm, he's 2-6. What's his record?
No, but even I'm talking about winning a UFC fight. I said
Yeah, yeah,
winning a UFC fight in his debut.
yeah.
Even Eddie Alvarez lost. So, wow.
Right on. Well, there you have it. There's our recap. Make sure you follow us on X at Combat Sport Guys, where we're always active. We put out our picks and our bets. We also give you fight content as well. So make sure you tap in, show some love, and support the boys. Okay, so we are gonna be in UFC Rio de Janeiro, brother. Is it what time's the card at? Is it the same time as us, or is it ahead? Or is it? I don't even know.
Let me see. Rio's
It's
like
not.
3 hours, like six. I want to say 6 hours away. Let me see. Rio.
It's not 6 hours away from. Oh, you talking about time zone wise or
No, for
flight wise?
me. No, so 7 p.m. starts. So we're gonna get the early prelim start at around 4 p.m.
Oh, okay, for
So
you, right?
similar. My 4 p.m. EDT is EST, so
Oh,
similar to
so
EST.
1 p.m. for me. Okay, it's not bad.
Yeah,
1 p.m. for me. It'll end around 7 or 8, so that's not bad. All
yeah.
right.
Your main event is 4 p.m. your time, so you're
Yeah.
good. It starts at 2 your time, basically.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. So kicking off the card, we have two individuals in Simon Oliveira taking on Luan Lacerda. Some bantamweight action. Simon Oliveira last time out was coming back from a 2-year layoff. He got KO'd, knocked out by David Martinez at UFC Mexico. He didn't look good, man. He looked slow in that fight. Dave Martinez was the faster fighter, the more aggressive fighter. He caught him. He looked like he didn't want to be in there. Lacerda has been out for 2 years and 4 months after losing to Damon Blackshear via KO. He's 0-2 in the UFC, but even in those two fights, in that fight, he looked aggressive. He was pushing forward. He was looking for, to incorporate his combination and striking. And I think that's going to be the differentiating factor here. He's going to be bigger. He's got the 3-inch height advantage, and he does give up some reach, about 0.5, but I think he's going to put out Simon Oliveira here, man. He got two Brazilians, right? Opening up the card. So I'm going to go with Luan Lacerda. I think the 2 years off, he got KO'd. I don't know if he was injured or not, but I think that's enough time for him to, get back on the ball and come in and have a good fight.
And so all these guys are both from what do you call it? Through Simon has 3 losses.
Yeah.
Like Simon has faced tough opposition for David Martinez is no joke. David Martinez just beat Rob Font, which is my guy.
Yeah.
And it's just sad, bro. It really is sad. I mean, Oliveira brings what? Good striking. He does good put pressure. But he breaks under pressure, right? I think that's one of the things that about Simon versus Luan hasn't fought in a bit. His last fight was Blackshear. Man, I gotta say, bro, I like Oliveira on this one for some reason. I like Oliveira. I know there's a big risk of him getting knocked out. I'm gonna be 100 with you, but I also think that the time away is gonna be detrimental. Now, it's Novo now, so that Luan has been kind of fundamentally preparing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Simon Oliveira. I'm not very keen. We got to write these things down too because we're not doing. I don't have the
all right,
you know what?
Yeah.
No, I'll just put them in the chat too. Like I'll put mine in the chat.
Okay.
And everything.
Yeah, so you're going with Simon. I'm going with Luan Lacerda. I just think Simon is on his way out, man. 3 losses. This could be his final fight on his contract. I'm not sure what his contract is, and we'll see. We'll see, man.
He has 3 fights. If he doesn't win this one,
yeah,
he's gonzo.
Yep. Next up, we have a woman's bout. We have the Psycho and Julia Polastri making her return, taking on Karolina Kowalkiewicz, the former title challenger. She fought Joanna Jędrzejczyk in 2016. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That's a long time ago. That was 9 years ago. What can we say about Karolina? She has the experience. Obviously, she's fought the tougher competition, the tougher opponents, but she's getting older, man. She's at what? 39 years old, bro. Almost going to be 40. I think this is going to be her last fight, if I'm not mistaken. She's a solid kickboxer. She's durable. She can hang in there, stand and bang, but she's going against Polastri, who we saw up against Lupi Godinez, who comes forward. That third round, she looked really good. If that was a 5-round fight, she might have put out Lupi, I think, in the 4th or the 5th. So she's a volume striker with her grappling improving. She's tough as shit. And I just like the way she moves forward, man. And her grappling is getting better. She can fight off her back. She lands some heavy strikes. I think this is a good spot for her being at home with the crowd behind her. I think it's going to be a good dub for her. And I think Karolina retires after this.
If she loses, because there's always a shot. There's always a Hail Mary shot. She's sitting right now at a plus 340 underdog, Karolina. I don't understand what's that.
I'm sorry. I just don't think Karolina poses the takedown threat as much as like of a Lupe Godinez, you know? So I think this fight's going to be merely just on the outside using the kickboxing, getting into those striking exchanges.
I like the odds though. Like I'm gonna go with Juliana. I think Juliana takes this.
Julia,
But
yeah.
I will not be betting on this fight. I'm gonna stay away. Maybe the 1 point, the one like yeah, even the 1.5, you're gonna get murdered. Like it might be like a minus 300 for 1.5, 2.5. Like there's no real value there.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, bro. With this age, the older you get, bro, the more you're susceptible to finishes. And if I'm not
That's what I'm
mistaken,
saying.
what Denise Gomez and they haven't finished her. That's the only thing, though. This fight's probably gonna go to the distance, man. Both fighters have or submit. Yeah, she got a couple of submissions here. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Juliana. I'm not gonna fuck around, bro. I'm not gonna.
Julia Velocity, right?
Right,
Julia
it's
Velocity.
Julia Plus. I'm not gonna fuck around.
Yeah. We're
I was
both going
almost
with,
yeah.
what's up? You're almost
I
what?
was almost gonna fuck around and bet money on Carolina because of the odds, but I'm not gonna
What
fuck
are the
around.
KO odds? I think I think this could be a breakout performance for her. I think she could put her out, man. Her striking is good, man. Her aggressive forward pressure is good.
Probably not yet. The bets aren't. Let me see. DraftKings. Now, I would like a submission bet. That's what I would aim.
From who? Who would get the submission?
From Julia.
Interesting.
So right now plus 360. So there has been money. Yeah, no, she yeah. Let me see more bets. So okay. So plus 900 for Julia to win by KO. Decision is minus 380. The over is minus 445.
445. Interesting. And then you look at Polastri, all her losses come by decision. So if it does go from the decision, she's more likely to lose in a decision. She's never been sub, she's never been KO'd. She has 4 KO wins and 3 submission wins. So I think this can end in a finish, man. So I'm gonna explore that prop when it comes out. And we'll talk about it when it does. But with both going with Polastri, we'll move on to 2 heavyweights. We got Walter Walker taking on Mohammed Usman, the brother of Johnny Walker. You know, I saw an interview where he said he took the name Walker out of respect for his brother for guiding him and showing him how to get into the UFC.
Oh,
His
yeah,
real
that's
name is
cool.
His real name is Walter Ignacio. It's his stepbrother, right? They're half brothers, I think, or I think they have the same dad, different moms, half brothers. Yeah, and then Mohammed Usman, we got the brother of Kamaru Usman. You look at Walker, man, he's looked good since his debut, right? Like he changed his physique. He no longer engages in the striking. He realized, like, I can't strike with these cats, man. I'm just gonna go for the takedown, utilize my jiu-jitsu, and get it done. He has 4 submission wins. 4 submission wins back to back, 3 heel hook submissions in a row. He has refrained from striking, as I mentioned. And he's developing. He's looking better, man. He's going against Usman, who is athletic, he's big, he can strike, he has power, he does incorporate a little wrestling, but he does, however, gas. And I think this fight's gonna favor Walker, right? I think he's gonna look for the takedown, he's gonna gas out Usman, and as he gets gassed out, he's gonna be able to find a submission here, man.
There's some good money. Let's look at this because we're both going for Walter. There's
Yeah,
still
and
not.
the thing is the takedown, right? Like you look at Mohammed Usman up against Hamdi, right? Hamdi was supposed to incorporate the wrestling last time, and what did he do? He didn't wrestle. You just struck with him, right?
What a bad fucking play, bro.
Yeah, what a bad play. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. Walter takes this, man. Like, and this was 3 months ago only, right?
Yeah.
And that was a boring fight, bro. Like the
That
thing
was a
is,
boring fight.
they matched Walker. Like he's walked up like with a killer. Minus 310 right now. It started at minus 265. I wonder the reason why they're giving him such a large spread. I don't know, but I'm gonna go with Walker. I think he's gonna be able to submit him.
Yeah.
The submission spread should be at a minus something now.
Oh, of course. Everyone's going to look for the heel hook. So I think ground and
hook.
pound could be a possibility, you know, something different.
Oh, man. 3 heel hooks in a row.
Yeah. 3 heel hooks in a row.
Yeah. Ground and pound. He's going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And if you look at, if you look at the Hamdi versus Usman fight, Hamdi only shot for 1 takedown and was unsuccessful. Right. So I think this fight favors Walker if he's able to secure the takedown, which I think he could. Right, he's not gonna mess around, engage early on with Usman when he has all the power, when he's fresh. He's gonna look to blast that double, push him up against the fence, and take him down. And I think a ground and pound finish is likely, or maybe a sub. Well, we'll have to look at those props because I think the sub's gonna be juiced. Everybody's gonna play that prop.
Everybody. Or it might be a plus 100, plus
Yeah,
150, which is still good. I think it's still going to get it done. Like
yeah.
Walker is the bigger fighter. Apparently they both weigh the same, so we're gonna have to look at the weigh-ins. But Walker towers him by 4 inches. By the way,
Oh, shit. So he's
yeah,
gonna be taller too, so he has the advantage,
yeah.
right?
6'6"
Interesting.
to 6'4". There's like a 0.5, but the reach will negate that a little bit.
Yeah.
Leg reach. I'm liking that the UFC now has that leg reach.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you can see kind of the leg reach here. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go with Walker. You're gonna tell me that Muhammad has evolved in the last 4 months the way Walker has? He should have put out Hamdi, bro. He put him out.
Yeah. And I think, Walker, similar to Palacio, similar to a lot of these fighters, is going to have the crowd behind him. He's going to be amped up. He's at home. So I think Walker should get a victory here.
Oh, yeah.
We'll move on. We're both going with Vitor Walker to get the victory. Next up, we have some flyweight action. Lucas Roca taking on Stuart Nickel. They both lost last time out, and they're both 4-5 in their last 5 bouts. Roca, he's a good technical striker. He attacks the body well. He pushes a pace where he is comfortable. He has solid Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling. He lost his UFC debut to Clayton Carpenter, where he was caught in a rear naked choke. But I'm not going to knock him for that. Clayton Carpenter's pretty good, right? He went to a decision with Tagir Ulanbekov, who we'll talk about later on in this fight, Clayton Carpenter. You look at Nickel, he's a wrestler, he's a grappler. He looks to control you and to be active once on the ground. He's not the best technical striker. He can throw nice leg kick. He lost last time out to Jesus Aguilar, where Aguilar put a crazy pace on him and knocked him out. And we saw how good Aguilar is, right? People always kind of give him the praises for always searching for the guillotine, always searching for the submission. But that guy can strike, man. We saw what he did up against Luis Guru at UFC Noche, right? So Jesus Aguilar applied a pressure to him, and I think this fight's going to be the same. I think Lucas Roca is going to put a pace on him and put a pressure on him that Nickel's not going to like. He's going to shoot for desperate takedowns. He might lose some of the exchanges, and I think if he's able to even take down Roca's going to be able to scramble off his back, find good positions, and do well there. So I'm going to go with Roca to get it done, man.
Yeah, and I mean, look, Lucas. What do you call it? I like Lucas striking. He's a very young kid.
Yeah.
My only concern is the Clay Carpenter blueprint is there. Take him down again, and force him down. Now the thing is, Clay Carpenter is big in general, right? Like he's big, massive, like a lot of muscle mass. So he controls this kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a long night, but yeah, I think I'm going with Roca. I'm going to probably like a money line on Roca. I like what I've seen. Even when he fought Carpenter, he's very slick in his feet. Mm-hmm. It's just if there was an atom weight division, straw weight. Sorry, my apologies. Oh, this is 125.
Yeah.
There's not a straw weight for these guys, right? No, there's not.
No, bro. Flyweight's the smallest.
I wish it was straw weight. So because Lucas Rocha is a straw weight to me. He's definitely a straw weight. Yeah, let's go with the real fighter, man. Real fighter gets it done.
We're sticking with Brazil so far. We haven't moved. So next up, we have a debuting female in Beatriz Bia Mesquita. Have you seen her, bro? Have you seen her Instagram? Have you done some research on her? Yeah, Bia. Bia. Okay.
She's a baddie.
Just check her out, bro. Tell me what you think. Versus Arina Alexieva. Bia is making her UFC debut at the age of 34 years old. She's a grappler first. She hasn't had the best offensive grappling and securing takedowns, but once on the ground, she is extremely dangerous, extremely deadly, and her striking isn't the most technical. Once she's on the ground, she looks to find finishes and secure subs. This is, however, her 5th MMA fight. She's going up against Irina Alexieva in her UFC debut, who's a former combat sambo champion. She can strike, she can incorporate throws, takedowns, and work on the ground searching for submissions. She has really poor striking defense, however. And, Mesquita does get hit, man. there, if you watch some of her fights, she does get tagged, man. Like she has no striking defense whatsoever. Both of them have no striking defense whatsoever. So I'm gonna go with. I'm not confident. I'm gonna go with her as a minus 650 in her UFC debut. I'm gonna go with her to win, but I'm not gonna touch this at all because I do think that she is dangerous on the ground if it gets to the ground. Because I don't think Alex Kiva is gonna be able to put her out on the feet, right? I think this fight's gonna find its way to the ground, and Bia is gonna be able to secure a submission winner. Have some success on there. So I'm not gonna touch this fight because minus 650 for a debuting 35-year-old female with little to no experience is crazy. In MMA. In MMA. She has a bunch of grappling experience, but 5 MMA fights. So tell me what
Like
you think, big man.
this. It's a minus two. It's a plus 2,000 decision, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think it's my decision.
Yeah, it
I
might
think
go to decision.
we'll see.
I'm just trying to see this girl's camp because I don't know, man. We've been getting a couple times in a row where these undefeated Brazilian fighters come in without like look at Alicia Pereira.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be hot shit, and what happened? She got She got
I
fucking.
didn't pick her. I didn't pick her. I saw how sloppy she was. Like, what are we doing?
I picked her. That's like a month in the cave, bro. You put her a month in a cave. Irina, bro, has like for the odds. I'm looking at the odds, man, and I'm gonna say this: if Mesquita can't take her down, it's gonna be a long ass night.
Live bet.
Submission,
Live bet.
yeah, or money line bet on Irina. Irina looking
Ah,
good
she's not that good,
for.
bro.
I know, no, that's why I don't want to kind of jinx it. But I'm saying maybe the bet is a decision. Gets tired, they both get a little clumsy. The submission bet for Beatriz, sorry, is minus 185, 150. I'm not gonna dissect this too much, man. The Russian Ronda ain't Ronda. That's cap, bro. Oh, seriously.
So
I'm gonna go
we're
with
both.
yeah,
You going with who?
Beatriz Mesquita.
We're both going with Beatriz. Well, we'll move on to a heavyweight bout where I don't agree with these odds, man. They got Vitor Petrino at a minus 265 on Typology. They have him at minus 265 up against Thomas Peterson, who's a real heavyweight. Vitor Petrino last time out made his heavyweight debut. He moved up from light heavyweight because he was getting knocked out by, the likes of Dustin Jacoby, submitted by Anthony Smith. And then he fought in Austin Lane to where, you know, it wasn't even like a he got the submission, but he caught a kick. He caught a kick from Austin Lane, took him down, and then got the rear naked choke, right? So, and I don't think Austin Lane's that good. He's athletic, he's big, he has moments, but I don't think he's that technical, that good. So he's going up against a big heavyweight in Thomas Peterson, right? Aside from that, Petrino has power behind his strikes. He also has good grappling as well. He's pretty well rounded, but not that good in my opinion. He is powerful though at heavyweight. His body's filled out a lot nicer. But going up against Peterson, who's a wrestler, his grappling is his biggest assets. He's a strong wrestling base that allows him to take down people, control people. I think was he the underdog against Dontel Mays? I think he
Yep.
was the underdog against Dontel Mays because everyone was saying Dontel Mays is going to knock him out, he's going to put him out, and he was able to secure multiple takedowns, control him, and win a pretty dominant decision in that fight. Or he submitted him. I'm sorry. Did he submit him or did he beat him via decision? No, he beat him via decision.
Decision.
Yeah. So the issue with him, Peterson, is that he gets tagged. Like his striking defense isn't the best. Like you look at his loss to Shamil Gaziev, he got KO'd via right hook, right? But I think after that, he realized, like, you know what? I'm not gonna bang with these strikers, bro. I'm just gonna take them down, control them. So it depends on what side of the what side of the coin you're on here. Do you think Vitor's gonna come out, fucking find the chin, put him out, or maybe like reverse a position and get a submission, or do you think Peterson's gonna be the big heavyweight, take him down, tire him out, control him for 3 rounds and get a decision here, or does it go to a decision? Does Peterson get fucked? That's the thing, right? Because they're in Brazil. I don't know. I like Peterson here in terms of I'm not too sold on Vitor Petrino as a heavyweight yet. So I'm gonna go with Peterson as a dog here. I could see a world where, you know, the country boy comes in, takes him down, controls him.
This is a tough fight. I ain't gonna lie to you, my boy. Um, I heard my I gotta chill with the ums. Yeah, I gotta
Happens
chill.
sometimes. I
Yeah,
do this sometimes when I'm looking for a word.
but you can't. Yeah, it's good for not to have that thing. But like, man, I gotta go with Petrino, man. And the thing is, at one point before checking out the stats, like I was like, you know what, Peterson has a shot because he's gonna be the bigger fighter, right? But Petrino is the bigger fighter. Petrino is 6'2" versus 6'1", and then there's some reach in there too. Also with Dontel Mays, the thing is Dontel Mays is a lazy heavyweight. It's that heavyweight, bro, that has a little bit of issues, like accept takedown. You feel me, bro? My boy comes in, he doesn't want, he didn't do that much conditioning, because because he don't give a fuck. I do like Peterson though, and yeah, it's at 11-8. The Muhammad Usman victory is the one that I got to kind of go back a little bit to determine if I'm going to put money on Petrino. But I'm going to go with Petrino right now. I might switch my pick later, but I want to do a little bit more film, champ. I'll be
Yeah, he goes
honest with
the
you.
1 inch, the 3 inch. I want to see how these guys look on the scale when they're looking at each other, man. When they're,
I also
they're
like the fact that Petrino knocked down Bukasi, and Bukasi to me is a very good fighter. Puts me into like, okay, well, what's gonna happen? Peterson I remember Peterson for having good footwork, if I'm not mistaken. Or I'm confusing for Hobby. Try to see. No, it wasn't Hobby. It was Jamal Pugs. I think Jamal Pugs fought. I'm not making this shit up, bro. Let me go back to because Jamal did fight Hobby. Yeah, you see, I'm right. Hobby had good footwork.
yeah, Hamby, yeah.
I'm gonna go with Pacino right now. I need to go and look at the Muhammad fight again.
This is the first time I'm going against a Brazilian. I'm going for Thomas Peterson. I'm gonna be rooting for him, but I wouldn't be surprised if Petrino knocks him out in the first round, early on, right?
Okay.
But we'll see what happens, man. Anything could happen. It's fights. Next up, we got flyweight action. Rafael Filio taking on Clayton Carpenter. This, for me, has been the hardest fight to pick because last time out, Filio went up against Alan Nascimento. And after that fight, he disclosed on his Instagram how he had a bug bite that affected his performance, that whatever was, spider bit him and it affected him. So he wasn't at 100%. And then, you look at Clayton Carpenter last time out, he fought Tagir Ulanbekov and he took him to a decision, right? And then that's, if you don't know who Tagir Ulanbekov is, that's out of the Khabib camp. That's out of the Islam
Yep.
Makhachev camp, the Dagestani boys. They're up in the mountains, running around, eating good, training hard. So for him to have moments in that fight where he looked good is pretty comforting, right? You look at Filio, he is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu finisher. He has solid grappling game, man. He's black belt. He has multiple submission victories and there's some knockout too. He has some power. He's aggressive on the feet. He looks to push forward. He pushes the pace and he's comfortable being on the ground and being in awkward positions, scrambling. You look at Clayton Carpenter, he's a wrestler. He's young. He's a fast striker. He has strong takedowns and his gas tank isn't bad. He's also well-rounded. So this is going to be a very fun fight, a very interesting fight. And I agree with the odds. They both have a -110. It can go both ways, but I just, if we're going off a last performance or overall skill, it's very tough to say, man. Right? Are we going to go off a last? If it's a last performance, I'm going to have to go with Clayton Carpenter, right? I have to stick with the USA. But if it's overall, I think, Filio's fucking good, man. He's good.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go with Clay Carpenter off the bat. I just don't. And
Yeah,
Clay and
I am too. I am too. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, Carpenter's a pick.
well, yeah, especially in Brazil, he's gonna, he's probably gonna have family, like, and that's the thing
Yeah.
about it, right? Like, but this is the money line fight. I'm probably gonna bet Carpenter money line.
Yeah.
But like the thing is with this cat, like it comes from the MMA lab. There's a certain level of preparation. Jafil Fijo is coming from the Novo União, but like you said, it's just he hasn't had a good, a good last performance, right? Like,
Well, he was compromised. So that's what I want to give him credit because he was compromised and he stated he was.
yeah, but then it's the thing of like, okay, all his basically, he's a grappler, right? So all his finishes are basically, if you can't sub the guy, he ends up losing the fight. Then that's the thing about it. This guy's going to be shooting, but the thing is, Carpenter's a wrestler too. So does the wrestler put down the jiu-jitsu practitioner? You know, and I think that's what's going to happen. Like, there's a big this fight could go either two ways. They both, sorry, three ways. They could strike, or Philo shoots in for a takedown. Carpenter gets his stuff, grounds and pounds him, or Philo is outstanding in the grappling and manages to take Carpenter down multiple times, which I have a hard time thinking that's going to happen, but who knows?
Okay. There we have it.
And if it
We're
goes,
both on
if
the
it
side
goes
of
striking,
Carpenter. What
if it
happened?
goes striking, who wins? Who wins the striking?
They're both aggressive strikers. I mean, they're both fast. They both are aggressive with it. I think technically wise, like technical wise, I would say Carpenter's a little more technical with the striking, but they're both, I would say, on par.
Yeah. Philo has more reach too, but not that much. So
Yeah.
I don't know,
So
man.
we're both going with Carpenter. It's gonna be a good fight. I'm excited for that fight. Actually, that's one of the
100%.
fights I'm most excited for.
But if you pit Tagir Ulambekov against Jafel Fijo, who would win? Tagir, right? Tagir.
Yeah, because I don't see him getting subbed. I mean, those
No,
guys fucking sleep or tap, bro. Sleep over tap. That's their motto, right? In Dagestan, they rather sleep than tap.
exactly.
Yeah. Next up, we have featherweight action. Lucas Almeida taking on Michael Aswell. Almeida is a Brazilian kickboxer with a diverse arsenal. He has good leg kicks, good combos. He counters well. He doesn't shy away from pushing forward. He has good BJJ, but he prefers striking. He's durable. He only has one finished loss, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. No, he got submitted before, so
Yeah.
I am wrong on that. My notes need to be updated. So
So,
as well, you look at the side of Aswell. He made his debut on short notice against Balagioki. He looked good in that fight. Yeah, he's only lost by KO and submission. Okay, so yeah, he's only been put out once technically on the feet. So I was right. I wasn't wrong. He looked good though, as well on his short notice debut. He was in the fight. He pushed forward. He threw with volume throughout the first 3 rounds, throughout the entirety of the fight, basically. And this time out, he has a full camp. It's going to be interesting, man. But I think Almeida is the more better, well-rounded fighter, right? I think Almeida's going to get it done here, man.
Almeida's sitting at a plus 114 right now. I'm gonna go with Brazil, man. I think Brazil takes it. I think the reach is gonna.
Why is Michael's the favorite, huh? Oh, he's
Yeah,
25. He's a lot younger.
minus
Yeah.
135. I'm at 135.
Yeah, you got the 5'11", you got the reach and the height advantage. What are we doing?
It's not bad, but this is Brazil. Now, the Brazil. Just remember something. Fighters, all Mexican fighters, all won. Plus
Yeah.
Diego Lopez.
Yep.
All Australian fighters. The only person that lost was, who was it? Matthews.
Jake Matthews, yeah. He got
Because
fucked.
of the
He got
tap. Remember
fucked.
the tap.
He got fucked, yeah.
And the thing is, he's he's challenging that so he's challenging that no
Yeah.
contest, right?
Yes, you're
So
correct.
we enter into Rio. It's been a while. The boys are going to be very excited. That's why I'm trying to be like, fuck, like, what real fighters are going to win, if you feel me, because it is a thing, bro.
It's something to take into consideration, right? Exactly. Yeah. So we're both going with Lucas Almeida. Gonna be a good fight, man. I'm surprised he's the dog, actually, looking at those odds. Because I haven't looked at the odds as much, so this is like my first time looking at them.
It's better if we don't, because then we
Yeah.
make more emotional decisions.
Next up, we have featherweight action. We have Ricardo Ramos taking on Khan Ofli. Ramos, in my opinion, is the better striker of the two. He's coming off a Team Alpha Male. He should be prepped for the grappling of Ofli. Ofli, in my opinion, is undersized, man. He's primarily a grappler. He's kind of one-dimensional. He looks to take you down. He looks to control you. His striking isn't the best. Isn't the most technical. I didn't like him against I just said Mohamed Naimov. I didn't like how he looked against Mohamed Naimov. I didn't like how he looked against Marion Santos. I don't know. I think Ricardo Ramos on his striking and his grappling should be on point here to deter Ofli, because Ofli's going to try to put him up against the fence, going to try to take him down. And I think if Ramos is smart, he's going to be able to, spin away, right? Utilize his hips and move away and keep the fight standing on its feet where he's going to hurt, hopefully. So I'm going to go with Ramos to get it done here, man.
Rommel gets it done. He dropped to a minus 185, so there is good money coming on, hopefully.
And look at
Um,
the level of competition, bro. Like he lost to Charles Jourdain, who's now at featherweight, doing well. He lost to Julian Erosa, who's the submission ace, right?
Chepe, bro.
And
Chepe,
then
your
he
boy,
lost to
Chepe.
Chepe, who's the freaking featherweight what's it called? Marag, right? His cardio and his gas tank. So I think the level competition is different. So I think he's
Yeah.
gonna be good here.
And
What are
also
the odds?
Rio and the thing, minus 185
Yeah.
to plus 140, 154. So the thing to note here is that the reach is going to be a little bit of an issue against Khan, hopefully. Especially when you're as explosive. Because when I look at Ramos, I look at a more wild version of Terrence
McKinney.
McKinney. Like Ramos has produced spectacular knockouts, and
Yeah.
I think it's very tough opposition. Going into this fight with a smaller fighter, you're going to give a guy with explosive range a chance to go crazy, right? So, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
gonna
going Ramos. Pretty straightforward pick, right? I'm just
go
not sold on Ofley, man. His last two fights and then watching him in the Ultimate Fighter, I'm not too big on him. Good grappler
prove me
though, but
wrong, baby. This is prove me
prove me
wrong
wrong.
this season.
Next up, we got some heavyweight action. We got this is a funny fight. I don't even know what the odds are. Let me see. They have Denise as the underdog.
Uh huh.
Oh wow,
Not that
really?
much,
This
though.
dude's making his second fight in the UFC, and he's against Denise. What are we
No,
doing?
no, no. It flipped.
Oh,
Denise is the favorite now.
oh, okay. I'm about to say, why is Denise the underdog? That's crazy. This fucking guy Pinto, he had his first time out against Austin Lane, was losing the first round. Remember, I think
Taken down.
he got taken down, right? Or he got tagged, didn't he? Didn't he get tagged or something like that?
No,
Dropped?
no,
I
no,
don't
no. He
remember
got taken
exactly,
down.
but I remember after that first fight, you were very excited, right? Because you had picked Lane to beat Pinto in that fight, and
Plus
then that
400.
second round, yeah, and in that second round, he came in a little more locked in, and took him out with the KO right hook, right?
Yeah.
Um, you look at Pinto, he has power behind the shots. He's less technical and doesn't protect his chin as much. Like in that Austin Lane fight, he keeps his chin up, like kind of back, right? Because he's so tall, right? He doesn't really tuck his chin, he keeps it back. Um, he can grapple and secure takedowns. That's my only concern here if he comes in with a grappling approach, because we have seen how bad the knees is off his back. And we'll talk about that in a bit. Uh, yeah, but you look at the knees, man. Obviously, he can't fight off his back. When he fought Alvin Hines, it came out after the fact that Alvin Hines was on steroids, right? He got suspended for a year, right? And he was able to stop some of Alvin Hines' takedowns. I think he shot for 4 takedowns, if I'm not mistaken. He shot for a couple of takedowns. He was able to. Oh, he shot for multiple takedowns. I'll look that up shortly and I'll give you the number. He's the more technical, accurate striker. He's a kickboxer. Oh, he stopped 10 of his, so 9 of his 10 attempts he was able to stop against a
Great.
guy who's primarily a grappler. He's the training partner of Cortez, Waldo Cortez, right? That's your boy. He
Yep.
trains with him. He's a grappler. He was able to stop 9 of his 10 takedowns. A guy who was on steroids coming forward. Uh, he did tag him a couple times. He was unable to put him out, but obviously, man, the guy was juiced, right? It's hard to put out somebody who's juiced like that. And as I mentioned, he does struggle off his back. I think Denise is the better technical striker. He has more experience. He's more poised. I think he's going to be able to put out Mario Pinto, man. This guy, you telling me that this guy who's 10-0 was the favorite at opening against
Just the hand. Everything is a
Jonathan?
knockout, though. Everything is a knockout.
Jonathan Denise? Yeah, but who's he fighting, bro? As you know?
Well, they both have a knock. The common opponent is Austin Lane via knockout,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to see Carl Williams, Lucas Camacho, because Mario does have better. Mario can knock this dude out, right? If he's not careful, because Denise is good, but he leaves himself open. He's gotten tired before. Brazilian fighter too, right? So it's that what if,
I think
man?
we're gonna. I think we're seeing a. I think we're seeing a. I'm not comparing the two, but I'm comparing the fight. I think we're seeing a Derek Lewis and Teixeira fight, man. You know, type of fight. You get me? Where the levels are just different in terms of striking.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Denise. I think Denise, if he needs to take it down, he'll take it down. He's the most well-rounded fighter. It's a tough match for Pinto, man.
Tough match, man. But the even tougher match is next up as we have Joel Alvarez making his welterweight debut, moving up from lightweight, going up against Vicente Luque. Luque last time out got put out by your boy Kevin Holland via submission. He got the anaconda choke. Luque is well rounded. He can strike. He has power behind his strikes. He can grapple you. He can submit you. He can strike you on the feet. He has some power behind his shots. He has a lot of wear and tear. He's getting older. You know, he's going up against a young Joe Alvarez who's making his 170 debut. He has real power behind his strikes. He has good technical striking, solid movement, poor takedown defense, but he has dangerous Brazilian jiu-jitsu, man. He has 17 submission wins. This dude snatches up gillies like nothing because he's so long. He's so long and so tall. He snatches up gillies like this dude's good, man. Like I was watching a lot of his earlier fights, like against um who was it that I saw? Oh fuck, I forget his name. I was just watching it right now. Elvis Brenner up against Elvis Brenner. He had that 3-round fight, and Elvis Brenner's a tough dude. He's hard to put away. And there was a sequence where Elvis Brenner like blitzed in. He tried to land him with a 3-strike combination, and he just hit him with that left check hook, and then got him in the clinch and hit him with some vicious knees and put him out. Jakar Close, we saw what he did last time out. He's good, man. I think he's gonna get it done here. I think there's a good spot for him.
Let's 1 second. I need to go and watch.
Joe Duffy's the guillotine choke. Joe Duffy went in for the takedown. He was able to snap up the guillotine right away. And that's kind of his bread and butter. He looks for the guillotine chokes. He looks for Darces. He's always working, man. He's super dangerous on the ground. And I'm really impressed with him. So it's going to be a good fight. I just feel bad for Luke. I think he gets put out here.
He fought. The thing is, like, the tougher opposition, he already fought him, and that's Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland is 7'3", but the reach is bigger, so he's already fought this type of opponent. I'm gonna be 100 with you. He's like this same vibe. He's fought before.
You think so? You think Joe Alvarez is the same as Kevin Holland in a fight? Joe Alvarez and Kevin Holland, who wins?
More range, like the reach, the kicks, because like Kevin Holland was shit in his last performance, but when he fought Vicente, he was way better than his previous fight.
You're talking about prototype, body type. Is it what you're talking about? You're not talking about stylistic. You're not talking about stylistically because they're different.
No. Okay. Alvarez is technical, right? Alvarez trains with Taporia, so there's to an extent there's like a very technical aspect to it. And then Vicente Luque has deteriorated in his UFC career, right? All these finishes, all these knockdowns.
Yeah.
Like his last win against Gorimbo, fine. Joaquin Bully knocked him out. RDA, you feel me? It gives you stuff, but then it's like, is this his toughest opponent, though? Which I think it is. These two are matched. It's a great matching. I don't like the minus 500, though. It should be closer.
I agree with it.
But
you have a guy who finishes a bunch of people versus a guy who just got finished. I mean, the odds are justified. I know we don't agree with it because we know Luque and how good he is, but I could see why they made it minus 500.
100%. Man, I'm gonna be 100 with you, champ.
Do it.
I
do it. I know what you're gonna do.
I do want to say with Luca though. He's a plus 425 right now.
He was a dog against Holland as well.
Yeah, but again, you're betting on the fact that this guy's done. Like, I'm gonna go with Alvarez for right now. I might change my pick. But I'm
5'11", bro. Listen, don't go against your belief. You're a guy who likes height and likes reach. You got 5'11" versus 6'3", 76 versus 77 reach. Alvarez has all the things you like, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Alvarez, bro. But I gotta see who's he trained with. Like, is he whose man is this? This is also his the other thing too is like he might like the reason why I don't just spank on him right away because he might be coming hydrated now. He was dehydrated in his last couple of fights.
I'm saying he's going to be big. This is his welterweight debut, and he's going against tough competition in Luque. But being bigger, having hydrated, having power, more power behind your shots, you might give up a little bit of speed, but you're going to feel more comfortable, right? Being at a bigger weight class.
But then, bro, Brazil. I'm still gonna go with Alvarez. Like I might change my mind later. I'm gonna just yeah. It's just he's looked very clean, bro. That's the best definition. And the reach is gonna be a little bit of an issue. So
right
I'm taking him down.
We're both going. Oh, you don't take him down, bro. This guy's dangerous with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Look how many submission. He has 17 submission wins, bro.
He's also dangerous on the feet, though, right? He's like he could also knock
That's
him
what
out on the feet.
yeah. That's why he doesn't. That's why he has poor takedown defense because he's so comfortable on his back. He's like, all right, cool. You want to take me down? I'm gonna snap up this gilly, snap up this arm triangle. But Vicente Luque is also dangerous. So,
I want to see the thickness. I want to see. Wow,
whoa, pause, whoa. You want to see what?
I want to see how my boy looks at fighting that because Luke is a thick guy, right? But I
Yeah,
want to see if Alvarez meets what he's supposed to be. I want to see how big Alvarez gets.
right on. We're both siding with Alvarez. You are kind of on you're teetering, but you'll make your decision on Friday. We're on to our co-main event: Davis and Figueredo taking on Montel Jackson. This is an interesting fight, man, because I wanted to, and I want to pick Figueredo, but that knee injury has me concerned, right? Because he opted out of surgery and he chose physical therapy. And some of the cons when you opt out of surgery and you choose physical therapy is that you're susceptible to getting re-injured. That knee could repop. It could it could get injured far more worse than what it originally was. And we don't know the severity of his knee injury, right? That fight with Sandhagen was how many months ago? 5 months ago.
5 months ago.
So you're gonna tell me he's already rehabbed. He's already ready. His movement, his functionality is all. It's the same thing that I had concerns with Sean O'Malley when he fought Merab the second time, right? His torn labrum. It was 5 months apart. How's his movement gonna look? Is he gonna be able to train? Because you have to rest from the time your knee gets injured, right? For an extent amount of weeks and months. So that's the only thing that concerns me because even with that knee injury, it's gonna affect his fighting style, man. It's gonna affect the way he moves, his movement, because he's a very like on his feet fighter. You know, Figueredo, the former bantamweight champion, his devastating power, has strong Brazilian jiu-jitsu and submission threats, his good scrambling ability. He's looked good coming up to bantamweight, right? He beat Cody Garbrandt, he beat Chito Vera, and then he lost to Peter Yan and Corey Sandhagen, right? Jackson is well-rounded. He throws with power. He has good wrestling. A lot of people you're going to hear throughout this week, you're going to see on X that he's trained at the Olympic Center. He has Olympic level grappling. But if you look at his last fight, he was taken down by Daniel Marcos. You know, Marcos took him down, and Marcos is a striker, right? So how good really is his wrestling, right? And up against a Figueiredo in Brazil, it's a tough fight to call, man. But I think I'm going to side towards Jackson more so because I'm concerned of Figgy's knee in his health. That's my only reason. If he was a healthy Figgy, I'd pick him all day. But I don't know about the knee, man. It has me worried to put money on.
Yeah, and I mean, whew, I'm curious to see where Figgy did his training camp because when Figgy gets behind the Triple C, Figgy's on point. Like Figgy is one of the best fighters I've ever seen. Now,
God of War, baby. God of War.
Went to a decision with Peter Yan, and you got to respect Yan, but Montel Jackson brings reach. That's the thing about it, right? So it's a very interesting fight, man. I also don't like Montel's. Like I remember Montel Jackson when he was fighting. Let me get the fighter here. When he fought Brett Jones, and he was a little bit like he looks stuck in the mud. Like you feel me? Like it's a guy with a lot of reach, but doesn't. It's not that dynamic. But he's had time to reflect. And bro, this guy has like a 6-fight winning streak. So he's been doing good, but this is a different level, bro. This is a ranked fighter. I don't know, man. You know what? Brazil, Figueiredo. I'm gonna go and look a little bit more footage, but for right now, it's Figueiredo.
Yeah, I wanted to pick him. I'm just concerned about the knee. That's like literally my only way of being hesitant.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine because he had to have been putting a lot of stress on it. Like he's not gonna like. I'd be more scared if I found out that he wasn't training and waiting for the fight. But you have to he's probably been to an extent, training on
but then too, something we've talked about is that sometimes fighters, and I'm not accusing him of doing this, sometimes fighters take fights so their medical bills are covered, right? So they're so because what if he has a looming injury that we're not aware of or anything, and he's like, I'm gonna take this fight, and then after I'm gonna say that the fight caused this and they're gonna cover it, right? I'm not saying that he's doing that, but I'm saying that's a possibility because you've talked about that before in the past. Sometimes
But it's
fighters go into
also
fights. You said in the past that sometimes fighters go into fights injured because they know that the UFC is going to take care of the medical bills after the fact. If it was sustained throughout the fight.
Justin Gaethje, bro. Like, if you're gonna break his nose, he's like, break my nose in the octagon, bro. But
Exactly.
also, the one little thing. Here's the
Yeah.
one little thing that we're not looking at.
Yeah.
We're looking at Davison and we're looking at this man's washed because there's no way Montel should be plus 215. He lost to the number one contender.
Yeah.
And like if what do you call it? Marab isn't champion. I think Corey and Peter Yan would be the champions of that division.
Umar?
Well,
Umar?
yeah, I mean Umar is good, but
Umar? Come on, bro. Umar is great, bro.
yeah, but so
He's a
Umar's
bad man.
but it's just Umar has to get over Mario Bautista, bro. Okay.
All right.
No, but I forgot about Umar.
You forgot about him, huh?
Yeah, you know why? Because Ali hasn't been tweeting under Umar's account.
Oh, you're funny, bro. You're funny.
Yeah, I forgot about him, bro.
Okay, real quick. I'm gonna side. I know.
Umar, by the way, we're blocked by Umar, bro.
Umar blocked us. Why? What did you say?
Ali blocked us via the Umar. You know you blocked him, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna sidetrack real quick, and I know you hate when I do this, but did you see when Alex Pereira said that managers shouldn't talk about fighters because they're not the ones in the octagon, and then Ali put out a post saying, "This isn't about me, but just so you know, I'm a black belt in judo. I have a Brazilian jiu-jitsu background."
And he's never fought. He's never fought.
He has a record. He's been I forget what his MMA record is. I think he
has a record.
Look him up, bro. Ali Abdelaziz. Look him up. I forgot his record, but someone posted it clowning him like, "This is you," and it shows him like getting choked out or something like that.
Don't get me started with American Ali, bro. Let's not even go there. It'll go too dark, bro.
We'll do a podcast. Yeah, going back to so you were talking about Davis and Figueiredo fighting the two number one contenders, right? Peter Yan and Corey Sandhagen.
This is a top 5 guy that's not getting the respect he deserves, man. This is like, man.
I don't know, man. You injure your knee, though. You look a little different, man. Fiziev looked a little different against Gaethje.
Well, let's see if there's footage of the stuff. But like I said, bro, like at a plus money like this, bro.
No, you're thinking it from a betting perspective. I feel that. Like, sprinkle it, baby. Sprinkle it.
I might, bro.
That might be free. That might be free. I might be totally wrong, and Montel is not who I think he is, right? His wrestling isn't where I think it is, and he looks bad, right?
What's the UFC rankings, bro? Like, this is insane. It's actually because, like, the thing is when he lost the belt to Moreno and he came into the bantamweight division, it wasn't like he didn't fight anybody, bro. Bro had to literally go through Rotfon.
Yeah, he went through everybody.
Yeah, he had to go to Rotfon and Cody and Marlon, and then Peter Yan, bro. That Peter Yan's good.
Peter Yan's getting better, man. He's looked so good.
Then what's the ranking say?
How old is Figueiredo now?
37.
37, huh?
That's like 25 Brazilian years, bro.
Oh, well, that's what he's telling us, bro. He might be busting a Jose Aldo, bro. He might be 45, bro.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. But, yeah, bro, I'm going to go with Figueiredo, bro. Like, Monta has not faced the opposition that this guy does. And the thing is, if he wins this fight, bro, it's not going to look good for Figueiredo. Like, it's really not.
And I don't know. 38 years old, getting a knee injury like that, brother. I don't know. I'm worried. But we'll see. Not a bad pick. I wanted to pick him. I just can't.
Pick the 2 dogs, bro. Pick the 2 dogs in the main event. Remember me, okay?
Who's the main event in the dog? Who's the main event? Who's the dog
Oliveria,
in the main event? He's a dog?
Yeah, bro.
All right.
Oh, no, they flipped him. They flipped him to a favorite now. He's a favorite now.
All right, so listen. Our main event, we have Charles do Bronx Oliveira taking on Mateusz Gamrot. Interesting fight. He was originally supposed to fight Rafael Fiziev, pulled out with a leg injury. Obviously, the main concern is this is a quick turnaround from the Topuria fight in June, right? You're talking about a 4-month turnaround. I know you've talked about it in the past. When someone gets knocked out, you like to see 6 to 8 months recovery, maybe a year, 8 to a year. this is a quick turnaround, 4 months. But he's not going up against somebody a dangerous striker. He's going up against Gamrot, who's from American Top Team. He can wrestle. He has technical striking. He does, however, get hit. Last time out against Dan Hooker. 2 fights ago against Dan Hooker, he was unable to get the wrestling going, but that's because Dan Hooker has good takedown defense, right? There's good takedown defense. He lost the decision in that fight. And then against Ludovic Klein, that was the toughest opponent that Ludovic Klein fought up till then, right? And everybody going into that fight was like, Ludovic Klein has 90% takedown defense. Who has he fought, brother? You get me? And then Gamrot was able to take him down, I think, multiple times, like 10 or 11 times, if I'm not mistaken. His chain wrestling is good. He has good ground control. He's amongst the best in the division. He has 5 submission wins and 8 KOs. He's going up against Oliveria, who's a fan favorite. He has an awesome story, right? A lot of people were counting him out after he got knocked out by, I think, Felder. Came back, man. He has good striking. He's, chute box. He is the poster boy for chute box, right? He has the blonde hair. He comes forward. He gets dropped. But even then, he still stays in the fight. He has good submissions. He has the most submissions in the UFC, most submission wins in the lightweight division. He's chinny, and that's fine. I don't think he's going to be in trouble here. Gamrot does get hit and does get dropped, and Oliveira does come forward and have power. So I think Oliveira, this fight can go one of 2 ways. We're going to see a boring fight where Gamrot is going to be like Marab and just shooting takedowns, right? Shooting takedowns and controlling him. Or we're going to see one where Oliveira is going to be able to defend a couple, keep it on the feet, and put him out, man, because he does get hit. And he's also bigger, man. Like Oliveira's frame, I always say this. Every time I see his frame, I could see him as a welterweight. He has a big back, he has long arms. He's a big dude, man. So I think Oliveira puts him out on the feet, and if it gets to the ground, he's going to be able to find some way, find some scrambles, find some positions of advantage and get a submission. But I think Oliveira's good here, man. I was gonna lean towards Gamrot because of the pressure, the wrestling pressure, but he gets hit, man.
Yeah, but you're also facing like the number 2 guy of the division of lightweight
in Brazil. That's another thing. In Brazil, you think Homeboy's gonna lose in Brazil?
There's a reach advantage here, like a 7-point each reach, which, I mean, striking ahead. The fact that Dan Hooker put him on him, that's Dan Hooker's most.
But that was because he has good takedown defense, and around that time, and you can go back to the video, there was rumors that Dana put out a memo, hey, I don't want the grapplers grappling anymore. It's boring. You get me? So in that fight, Gamrot wasn't really he was mostly striking in that fight too.
But when was the last time you saw Charles Oliveira being taken down?
That's true.
Held? Pettis? Like, I think this is a different Dubronx. This Dubronx is nasty. Yeah, this Dubronx is super nasty. Look, you see here, I caught the Oliveira at dog money, which is -102, which now he's a -1112. I gotta say, man, the only reason why this odds this way is because he got knocked out against Ilia Topuria a couple of months ago. Gamrot don't have that power though. Gamrot's
and the only thing, the another thing too, is that he was preparing for a striker in Fizia, right? He was preparing for that Muay Thai style, and now he's going up against a wrestler, a grappler, an American Top Team, man. They got some killers over there, so he's training with some good guys. So I'm not counting out Gamrot. There is a possibility, right? Like you said, like when have we seen Oliveira been taken down and controlled? But yeah, I think in Brazil, as you mentioned,
one of the issues, champ, is the issues. People don't forget. People remember the RDA fight. RDA gave Gamrot one hell of a first round.
Yeah.
RDA. So if you go back, you look at the first round against RDA, you're going to be like, holy shit. But then what happened with RDA is RDA gassed out. He gassed out, came in the second, and Gamrot just took over. But what's it going to be against a guy that's been minted 5 fucking rounds for the past couple years, man? Like Islam 5 rounds, Benio 5 rounds. Also, he took this fight on 2-3 weeks notice, right?
Yep.
It's an easy bet, bro. It's Charles Oliveira. Like, if Gamrot wins, and I mean, like, look, shoot all you want. You're gonna have to defend that. You're gonna have to, like, bro has the how many submissions does this guy have, bro? Like it's
21 submissions, bro.
Yeah, it's Justin Gaethje, submitted by Dustin Poirier, which you could say like Dustin Poirier is tough for the Gamrot at this point. Um, Kevin Lee, nah, man. I mean, things that
I
could
think,
happen. Maybe.
but I
All right,
think
go
if
ahead.
he puts him out, I think he's more likely to put him out on the feet than a sub.
He might sub
His
him too.
grappling is good though, bro. His grappling is good. I think he's gonna be okay
He's a
defensively on the
three-time
ground.
champion. He's a three-time champion in this stuff. But then you're giving reach, and look at the leg reach too. So Oliveira's gonna have reach, leg reach, high
Yeah.
reach is the same. You know, this is a tough fight for Gamrot, bro. Like, but he understands that in order for him to, because nobody gives a fuck. Like, I would say in the top 10, bro, we look at the top 10 division and Gamrot's there, but nobody cares, bro. Like, where's Gamrot?
Number 8, I think. Last I
Number
checked.
8, bro. Everybody else is well known in that division except Grant Dawson and Gamrot. They're both American top team fighters. This is the fight that would put Gamrot on the map.
And let's not be mistaken. He asked for this fight. He was asking Oliveira, and then Oliveira apparently turned down the fight initially, and then took the fight. So Gamrot, if he's asking for this fight, it's because obviously he thinks he could win. He sees a path to victory. So I wouldn't count him out, but I just think Oliveira has everything in his favor.
It's not gonna be wrestling though. Like, I mean, maybe you take him down. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? Like,
Find a
how'd
sub,
that work?
find a prop bet. Find a prop bet. How many takedowns are there for Gamrot right now? Is it high positive?
Bro, no, they're not ready yet because the issue is.
Okay.
Let me see.
So no, you look at those more.
I'm
You've
like
been
I'm
killing it. Yeah.
very, but my takedown like average it has to be like out of 8 5 like I'm only probably like 90%,
You gotta do a
95.
little bit of research, right, before you look into it.
Yeah, I
Feel you.
gotta analyze his style a little bit more. But
Yeah,
the thing we need to factor in, Oliveira, Oliveira is the most rounded fighter he's ever gonna face. Like
yeah.
he's gonna,
Oliveira's
you know what could happen, bro? Because okay, who's a better grappler, Benil Dariush or Charles Oliveira?
who's a better grappler?
Sorry, Benil Dariush or Gamrot?
Grappler?
Yeah,
Gamrot the better grappler.
you sure?
Darush is more dangerous in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. No gi and gi. Yeah, his jiu-jitsu is way dangerous, but his grappling isn't better than Gamrot's now. It's different. When you're a grappler and you're a jiu-jitsu guy, it's different. It's different.
I'm just gonna say, bro. Gamrot should have. You see, that's the thing. Gamrot should have displayed that grappling with Dan Hooker. He didn't. The memo. I want to see the memo, bro.
But he gave it up. But look, he displayed it against Ludovic Klein, who everyone said, oh, he's not gonna be able to take him down. He has 90% takedown defense.
Five-win
Forgetting about
Crystal.
that fight, that was the Aaron Blanchfield card where Macy Barber couldn't make it out. Remember, she had a seizure. So
Yeah.
that ended up being the main event. Remember?
Which one? Remind me again. Which one?
Remember there was a fight night with Aaron Blanchfield and Macy
yeah.
Barber, and then in the middle of the Gamrot, or after the fight of Gamrot and Klein, they said that the main event is off. So that was the main event, but it was 3 rounds.
Oh, shout out to the UFC, man. Look at these stats. You can kind of see like
Yeah.
their stats here. If this doesn't tell you, like, look at the takedown. So
5.3.
yeah, I mean, like, assuming Oliveira doesn't flip him over and submits him, put 2+ takedown, 3+ takedown is a good fit, especially in a 5-round fight. Takedown defense, striking defense. Yeah, I mean, strikes absorb is 3 per minute.
He gets hit, bro. My boy got that patchy mix defense.
Wait, Patchy Mix better hire a new striking coach. Like,
What do you think? What do you think of Patchy Mix and Montague from the UFC Australia card? Michelle Montague. What do you think of their footwork?
Michelle Montague. I like Montague, bro. Like
No.
Montague.
No. Remember you said her footwork. She looking like
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey
So whose
level.
footwork do you think is better between
No,
those two?
chill. Mix has better footwork. That's crazy. Montague, bro. Like I would love to be like Montague. Any boxing coach would be like, look, just give me like 5% of your earnings. Just stay, like, come every day to learn how to box. Let's get some footwork in. Mix is just flat. Like Mix is
like
just
it seems like his knees are like they don't bend. It's just like
no.
what?
You know who he reminds me of? Michael Johnson. You know Michael Johnson.
Yeah. It reminds you of that?
That's how they walk.
Yeah, man, he's gonna have some knee problems when he gets older. He can't bend his knees,
Oh,
man.
oh, he can't. He can't. Um,
So we're both going with Charles Oliveira. We're not fucking around here. Listen, Charles Oliveira is gonna win in Brazil. I don't see him losing in Brazil. It's gonna be a tough fight though, but we'll see. We'll see. I think he's gonna put him out on the feet, man. I think he can get the knockout.
there we have it. Yeah, it's gonna. Well, what I was gonna say was this is a
And
big
he's never been
possibility.
knocked out. And Gamrot's never been knocked out. So if it goes to decision,
Oh,
it's gonna go.
he hasn't. He also hasn't faced like top tier competition, bro. What are we talking about here, bro?
Yeah, that's true.
Like he hasn't.
Can
He also
Oliveira do
has.
it? Can Oliveira do it? Can Oliveira do it?
Here's what I
Oh,
predict.
oh,
Oliveira gets
shoot.
taken
You're
down.
right, bro. My
Yeah, I'm
boy's
good.
dying over there. Hey,
I'm
let me give
good.
you
I'm
a
good.
compressions, bro.
One of those.
Oh,
Oliveira gets
shoot.
taken down once fresh because Gamrot has to take advantage fresh.
Yeah.
Gets back up. Now let's say Oliveira clips him. Gamrot goes for a takedown, and that's where Oliveira gets a submission. I think that's what's gonna happen, bro.
No submission losses and no KO finishes. He did lose. He's lost via submission before, actually, in a grappling match. It was pure grappling. It doesn't reflect on his record, on his MMA record. So we'll
Oh
see.
boy.
I think this is gonna be a good card, man. I think Brazil, for the most part, is gonna be triumphant. They're gonna be victorious. Anything else you gotta say, brother?
Now, brother, follow us on X. If you
Follow
got
us
this
on
far, we'll
X.
be doing live bets. We'll try to kind of analyze. Like that's where the live betting portion for me kicks in, because then, like, I could look at body behavior. I could look at how good a fighter looks and be like, okay, well,
Sir.
yeah, yeah.
Right on. Make sure you tap in on X. Show some love. Follow the Floor Price Guy at X, at Floor Price Guy. Follow us at Combat Sport Guys. Show some love. That's it. Love what you love. Do what you do. Peace.